Hey, Converge. I hope you guys are doing well. Hope you guys are enjoying this new turn to our winter weather. I just wanted to take a minute or two to give you a heads up about something coming your way. And that is, I realize it's really hard to stay connected when we're not doing worship every week, when we're not together as much. And I wanted to start doing something every week called Mitch's Mission Minutes, where we look at kind of ways that we can be specifically intentional about keeping mission at the center of what we do. In particular, the way we lead ourselves, our family, the way we help others experience Jesus and connect their stories to Jesus' story. So that's what I want to give you guys every week, and it'll just be a couple minutes, and it won't always be me. Hopefully you guys have some input you want to share as well, some reminders, and that's what this is all about. But for this week, I wanted to mention this. We've been doing this 3-week rhythm, and we do have some fun updates coming along about that, so stay tuned for that. But with these rhythms, it is harder to be consistent in our own worship, but that's okay. We talked about this last spring, how yes, it's great when the church can provide support and meaningful spiritual encouragement and growth to you, but it's not only the church's responsibility, it's also your responsibility. And so while I know you know that, I want to give you that added encouragement right now, especially as we heard yesterday that they've extended that order to kind of minimize contact with people. People are going to be lonely. We're going to have less contact with each other to spiritually encourage. And I want to encourage you to take this time right now to make sure you're building into yourself spiritually. Find that book, jump into a book of the Bible, make sure you're using maybe some of those resources with your family, those Advent resources we sent out earlier. Whatever that is, make sure you're being a leader of your spiritual growth and your family's spiritual growth. In fact, I talked to a good friend of mine yesterday, and he's been helping do church or lead their worship at their church for some time, and they've been meeting in person, but he decided to not meet in person last week and stay home. And one of the things that they did, they have two very little ones, a 3 and a 5-year-old. They actually spent the morning doing worship kind of with their church and kind of on their own, and taught them what it means to pray and how to kneel before the Lord, and just took the opportunity to teach their kids cool ways to worship and engage the Lord. And I want to encourage you, it just takes simple things like that, just acts of obedience to say, hey God, here I am. I'm not sure exactly what I'm supposed to do today, but I want to connect with you. And that's what I'd want to encourage you with today. Make sure you're building into yourself spiritually. Make sure you're encouraging your family spiritually. And we will get into, hopefully next week, some ways that we can encourage spiritual growth to those around us. Have a great weekend, and we will see you Sunday evening for our next worship service. Love you guys.